1. Kim Tate, a powerful figure surrounded by enemies. Kim Tate once again finds herself at the centre of danger, proving that power in Emmerdale often comes at a cost. Her sudden poisoning is not just a shocking twist, it is the inevitable result of years of conflict, manipulation, and rivalry. What makes this storyline particularly compelling is the ambiguity surrounding Kim's position. While she attempts to broker peace between the Tates and the Dingles, her past actions make it difficult for anyone to fully trust her. Even when she insists on her innocence, doubt lingers. Kim's vulnerability here is striking. For a character known for control and dominance, being physically weakened and potentially targeted shifts the power dynamic dramatically. It raises a crucial question. Is this karma catching up with her, or is she truly the victim of someone else's calculated revenge? 2. Joe Tate, the instigator behind the chaos. Joe Tate quickly emerges as a key catalyst in the unfolding drama. His decision to order the demolition of Butler's farm, including Holly Barton's burial site, is not just reckless, but deeply provocative. This act serves as the spark that ignites the conflict. By destroying something so emotionally significant, Joe ensures that blame will fall squarely on Kim, whether she is responsible or not. It is a strategic move, one that creates division while keeping his own hands seemingly clean. Joe's ability to feign ignorance further highlights his manipulative nature. However, the fact that Graham and Ross see through him suggests that his control over the situation may be slipping. If exposed, Joe could shift from puppet master to prime suspect very quickly. 3. The Dingles, grief, anger, and misplaced blame. The Dingle family's reaction is driven by raw emotion, particularly grief and outrage over the destruction of Holly Barton's memorial. For them, the situation is deeply personal, making Kim the easiest and most believable target. Chaz Dingle's declaration that Kim has declared war encapsulates the family's mindset. They are not just seeking answers, they are preparing for retaliation. Mackenzie Boyd's suspicion that Kim would use others to do her dirty work reflects how deeply mistrusted she is within the community. However, this emotional response also clouds their judgment. By focusing solely on Kim, they risk overlooking the true culprit. This misdirection adds tension to the storyline, as viewers are left questioning whether the Dingles are being manipulated into targeting the wrong person. 4. Lydia Dingle, loyalty amid doubt. Lydia stands out as one of the few voices of reason. Her instinct to defend Kim suggests a deeper understanding of her character, or at least a willingness to believe in her innocence. Yet Lydia's position is complicated by the revelation that she is set to inherit Home Farm. This twist introduces a potential motive, one that could easily place her under suspicion despite her loyalty. Her role in the story becomes increasingly complex. Is she a genuine ally to Kim or an unintentional beneficiary of the chaos? This ambiguity adds another layer to the mystery, making Lydia both a stabilizing force and a possible suspect. 5. Caleb and Chas. Dangerous ideas take shape. Perhaps the most ominous development comes from Caleb and Chas, whose seemingly offhand remarks about Kim having a little accident carry unsettling implications. While they later dismiss the idea as a joke, the suggestion itself reveals how far tensions have escalated. In a world like Emmerdale, casual threats often foreshadow real actions, and their conversation plants a seed of doubt in the audience's mind. Caleb's pragmatic reasoning, that Lydia could sell Home Farm and share the profits, introduces a financial motive that contrasts with the Dingles' emotional reactions. This blend of greed and resentment creates a dangerous combination, one that could easily turn hypothetical plans into reality. 6. Graham Foster and Ross Barton, observers of the truth. Graham Foster and Ross Barton play crucial roles as perceptive observers. Unlike others, they quickly deduce Joe's involvement in the demolition, positioning themselves closer to the truth. Graham's decision to deflect blame onto the workmen is particularly intriguing. It suggests that he may have his own agenda, choosing to manage the situation rather than expose it outright. This calculated approach adds another layer of intrigue. Graham is not just uncovering the truth, he is shaping how it unfolds. Ross, meanwhile, reinforces the idea that not everyone is fooled by Joe's act. Together, they represent the possibility that the real story will eventually come to light, even if it is temporarily buried under false accusations. 7. The poisoning mystery, a web of motives. Kim Tate's poisoning transforms the narrative into a classic whodunit, with multiple suspects and overlapping motives. Each character brings a different reason to want her harmed. The Dingles, driven by grief and anger. Caleb and Chaz, tempted by financial gain. Joe Tate, manipulating events from the shadows. Even Lydia, through her unexpected inheritance. What makes the mystery compelling is not just identifying the culprit, but understanding the chain reaction that led to this moment. The demolition, the accusations, and the rising tensions all contribute to an atmosphere where violence feels increasingly inevitable. 8. Conclusion. War has already begun. Although the characters speak of preventing conflict, the reality is that the war has already started. The destruction of Holly's memorial, the fractured trust, and now Kim's poisoning all point to an irreversible escalation. The central question is no longer if someone targeted Kim, but who made the first decisive move. As suspicion spreads and alliances shift, one thing is clear. In Emmerdale, peace is fragile, and betrayal is never far behind.